All right, here we are, moving along. We got page 3. At the top, it just says classify the figure. So write prism, pyramid, cone, cylinder, or sphere. All right, so if we look at number 7, what is that? Does it come to a point? No, so I know that that's a prism because it has all these polygon faces and bases, right? So this is a prism. We knew that a box was a prism. Okay, and then I look at this shape. That's a cylinder. And I always like these ones because I flip them over and you fill them up with ice cream, right? Ice cream cone. So I got a cone there. Easy peasy. All right, try to do these on your own. Pause and then come back. I think the only one that could possibly at all be tricky would be number 12. But we'll talk about that. Pause. Okay, you're back. So name the figures. I go, does this one come to a point? Yes. And another way to tell that it's a pyramid is it has no rectangles, right? Every prism's got rectangular lateral faces, right? So this is definitely a pyramid. And what kind is it? How many sides does it have? 1, 2, 3. You can count the sides on any of them, really. 1, 2, 3. They're all 3. So this is a triangular. So triangular pyramid. What's this one? Does it come to a point? No, it doesn't, right? So this is a prism. And what's the shape of the base? Do you see any shapes that are not rectangles? Because that's how we would name it. We roll it over, look at it. Is there any shape that's not a rectangle? If you look at this one, there isn't, right? They're all rectangles. So any of these could be the base, right? So that's a rectangular prism. Okay. How about this one, number 12? Does it come to a point? And like I said before, this one looks like the thing on my desk. It looks kind of like it has a point because it's right there. It's really sharp because it's got a triangle. But remember, the point of a pyramid looks like that most of the time. This one looks kind of strange because it's 3-sided, but you get a really, really sharp point. This has a line across the top. It doesn't squeeze those together. So this is going to be a prism. And it has these rectangular sides all around here. Is there a side that's not a rectangle? Of course there is. We can see that right there on top. What is that? It's a triangle, so it's a triangular prism. So just remember, it has to come to a serious point. Boom. There's a point right there. Okay? Point right there. So this is kind of a point, but you see how this line goes all the way down? That means it's got a ridge to it. Like that. All right? And then it goes down. Okay. So look at this one. Does it come to a point? Doesn't come to a point, so we call that a prism. Okay. And I count the sides of the base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is a hexagon, so I got a hexagonal prism. Does this come to a point? That one's easy, right? Looks like Egypt. So yes, so it's a pyramid. And what kind of pyramid? Well, I look at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 sides. To me, I think that looks like a rectangular pyramid, but it could be a square pyramid. I'm going to write rectangular because that's not wrong. Okay. Does this come to a point? Not a point, so it's a prism. And count the sides. My goodness, there's so many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 8. I hope that's right. 8 is what? Octagon, so it's octagonal. All right. Math vocabulary. So you got to envision this. Mario is making a sculpture out of stone. Ooh, that sounds cool. He starts by carving a base with 5 sides. 5 sides. Called it a base. This is a pentagonal something. Remember, we name our polyhedrons by the shape of the base. It said a base of 5 sides. So I already know it's pentagonal something. I don't know what yet. So I'm going to write 5. Okay. He then carves 5 triangular lateral faces. So triangular lateral faces. It must be what? If I have a base that's a pentagon. See if I can do this. Don't judge my drawing. All right. And then I've got these triangles. want to put a dot like right there. Yeah, that looks good. Triangle, 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 triangle. What's that coming to? Right? Triangular faces mean that I'm going to come to a point because they're going to lean up into each other, right? I'm not going to lift something up and hold up, right? I'm going to come down like that. So triangular lateral faces tells me it's a pyramid. Okay, what three-dimensional figure does Mario make? Boom, we got that. So triangular lateral faces, pyramid, comes to a point. Rectangular lateral faces makes it look like a box. Okay, and then we have a prism. What is another name for a cube? Cube, what shape is the base? It's a square, right? So this would be a square what? Is it a pyramid? Does it come to a point? No, so it's a square prism. Explain my reasoning. Square prism because it has two square bases and square lateral faces. Okay, so lateral just means it's on the side, right? So base, base, and then these are on the side. That's the lateral part. All right, compare the characteristics of prisms and pyramids. So I'm going to write how are they alike and how are they different. So both, okay, and then different. Take a second and think of as many things as you can. Pause the video and then come back. Okay, so what do they both have? Polygon faces. They both have three-dimensional, 3D. Anything else? Doesn't look like it to me. Oh, and they're named for their bases. Right? Named for the shape of their bases. They both do that. How are they different? So we have pyramids with only one base, right? Pyramids have one bases. Pyramids have one base. One base. Prisms, 2. Okay. What about their lateral faces? Pyramids have triangle faces, triangle lateral faces. Prisms have rectangular. Okay, that's pretty much it. So they're very alike. The biggest difference is one has two bases, one has one. That's what makes one come to a point and have triangles, right? That's the main difference. All right, last page coming up.